If you follow the link to the portal, you will go to the login page. You will need to enter your ID and password. For the demo portal, you can use any username and password. Clicking on Login button takes you to the overview page. Notifications on the right side of the screen are used to communicate newly available information, such as the necessary renewal of the declaration of consent or the notice about the possibility to participate in surveys. You can also see the current biobanking news there. The overview page itself is divided into 4 sections. We will look at them one after another. The first section is an overview of all donations you have made so far. For every donation, you can see the donation date, the type of the donated sampling data, and the number of the donated samples. If you click on the type of the donated data, the description of this type is shown below. Above the list of donations, the info box informs you about a renewed version of the Declaration of Consent, if such a version exists. Donations which were approved on the basis of an older version and must be approved again with the changes are highlighted in the table. At the bottom of this page, you also see a link to the projects conducted within the biobank. Following this link shows an overview page for these projects. For every project, it is possible to see its name, description, and a list of cohorts which were used in this project. Back to the overview page, the second section is devoted to the informed consent management. The page shows an overview of the previously submitted consent forms and the pending updated version. The respective version can be downloaded with a mouse click. You can also customize the way your samples will be used by specifying the permitted research areas and facilities, type of research, and the type of data which may be used for research purposes. If you want to revoke your consent, you are asked to submit a request optionally stating the reason for your revocation. After such a request has been successfully submitted, you will be informed about the next steps. Moving on, the third section of the portal allows you, as a donor, to support the research actively by donating data. It can be done, for example, by transmitting the follow-up test results. From the list of healthcare providers, you can select the provider to whom you want to send the donation request, see the details of the request, and submit it to the provider. You can also set your profile information here. If you use a smartwatch or fitness wristband to store your fitness data, you can also donate this data. The portal allows to do it for Google Fit and Fitbit data. To donate the Google Fit data, first you need to connect to Google Fit. You need to have a Google Fit account to do this. After that, you can select the category of data to donate and obtain the data corresponding to this category from the Google Fit system. After obtaining the data, you can review it and add it to the portal. On success, you will get a confirmation message. Collecting data from Fitbit requires following the same steps. The only difference is that it requires you to have a Fitbit account. It is also possible to contribute to research by donating survey and journal data by following the link from the overview page. On the left side, you can see a list of all the surveys in which you can participate. The survey form consists of input fields, drop-down elements and text elements. Local files can also be uploaded. The portal administrators can create additional survey forms, more on this later. On the right side, you can see all your journals. The journal page allows to provide the health data every day, later allowing an analysis of the developments over time. Previous entries can be looked up and new entries can be created and saved. The historical view of the data donated this way can then be visualized in the form of a diagram. Back again on the overview page, the fourth section allows you to follow further links to answer important questions related to collecting samples and data for biobanks, and about the particular biobank hosting the portal. You also have the possibility to post your own questions by filling the contact form. the list of most frequently asked questions is shown above this form. Once you're finished with the portal, you can log out of the overview page. It is also possible to log in as an administrator. In the demo portal, it is done by following the different link. Any username and password can be used here as well. On the administrative overview page, you can access the editor to create your own survey forms, view all your surveys, create new user accounts and delete existing accounts. Further links are available to access the current user profile, view messages from other users, and specify portal settings. Now let us look at the form editor, which can be used to create your own surveys. This editor allows to specify form elements by selecting one of the element types at the left. For example, a simple input field could look like this. Here you can change the label, the placeholder text, and set some other parameters. The same can be specified for text area elements. The select element, a drop-down list, can look like this. You can add your own choices to fill the list, set the default choice, and specify if the user can select multiple choices. It is also possible to specify the elements for uploading files, spacer, and text label elements. The editor also allows to reorder or delete elements. If you are satisfied with your form, you can take a look at its preview. If you want to make any changes, you can return to the editor, otherwise you can proceed to the next step. In this step, to associate the survey with the donors, it is necessary to define certain characteristics of the target donor group, such as the collection ID, the birthdate interval for the donors, the required tissue types, and the types of available data. For tissue and available data types, you can specify if one of a list of alternatives must be satisfied, or all from the list. After specifying this information, donors which satisfy the specified criteria can get access to a survey. Finally, it is possible to set the name of the survey form and save it. Once you're finished with the portal as an administrator, you can log out of the overview page in the administrator view as well.